Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Aura Esports 10 Mans. It's me, your host and play-by-play caster today, Echo the Caster, and I am joined by the wonderful, the fantastic Sleepy Boy. Sleepy, what are you expecting coming up for picks on Pearl? How are you doing tonight? How's everything going?
I'm doing pretty good. I've had a pretty good day. As far as picks on Pearl, because this is a 10 man, I'm expecting some weird stuff to come out. All right, we already see the new agent being hovered. We've got a fade, not super uncommon, but we've got a chamber coming out. Obviously, chamber's been buffed recently, so it's not completely unexpected, but just just to prove that there's going to be some weird picks coming out. I don't know if everybody's going to be trying to do sort of the balanced team play for a win type of strategy that we typically see.
Yeah, we could see basically anything come out here. I do like the fade pick on this map personally. We're seeing two Jets come in and two Skies as well, and from personal experience and from what me and you have both seen in competitive play,
Select
we
your
see that
agent.
Sky pick come out a lot. Because obviously you have those flashes covered, you have the Seekers, which can be an absolutely pivotal ult. You have you have the dog to clear those angles, maybe get a concuss and a free pick for your team. Overall, Sky's a really good pick to lock. And of course, we're seeing the double killjoy as well from both sides coming in and gonna go ahead and secure that site.
Yeah, we've got a Jet on either side. We got a Sky on either side. We got Killjoy on either side. I think those are three agents that nobody's really gonna say shouldn't be on this map, just because of the powerful util that these three agents do bring. Although on the side of the defenders, they actually end up bringing out two initiators, and typically I'd say, all right, that's good. Sometimes you can get a breach coming out. But because the both of them are typically seen as recon initiators, I don't know. I'm not super in agreement with that decision. I guess I'll say I don't know if having two recon initiatives is going to be the best decision. Obviously, Sky does have some flash util, but for the most part, both of these agents do typically take the more recon role.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we are talking about having two recon initiators, it does give you some really good information. But if you're gonna have double initiator, I typically want more of an aggressive initiator like KO or Breach to come out in order to support the rest of the team rather than just be trying to get some recon, because you can know where these players are, but if you're not able to play aggressively, you won't really be able to take advantage of that. And then, of course, over on the offense, we got that chamber coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. And like you said, if you're gonna have those double initiator picks, you're gonna need someone who's gonna play very aggressive. And hopefully, we're going to see Seattle do just that as their killjoy lock. And for those of you at home, what we are seeing today is on the defending side. Wait, yeah, on the defending side, we have the Bonobo Bubba Boys. And on the attacking side, we're having the wife pleasers here. So it's going
Yep.
to be a very interesting, very fun matchup as we get into this match already. Just like that, we're going to go ahead and see what looks to be kind of a B mid split, probably just trying to play for picks on this attacker side. And we might see that right now as Journey is going to go ahead and push up with Windows XP here and immediately swing B main. And there it is, trying to get some pop shots on this mode. Managed to get a couple HP there, but not much else. The flash is going to come out. Seattle is going to play very aggressive, like we said, and Taylor is going to take down Seattle just like that. And Sizen, holy, of one after the other, two immediately down. It's a 3-on-5, looking not so hot for the Bonobo Bubba Boys. Let's see if they can try and push it up with a minute on the clock. Looks like the EQX member here is going to try and push up to A short, but Saru's there, calls it out as well, but it's not enough as it looks like Life Pleasers is immediately going to go ahead and take that A site like it's nothing. Journey's going to go ahead and get that plant. We might see a swing here. No, they're going to play a bit back as I Need a Girlfriend pushes up and takes them down just like that. It's a 4-on-3 immediately. Nismo's going to go ahead and rotate two defenders spawn through the waterfall there, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty split up sight. Journey's here going to try and defend that spike, and they have a pretty good crossfire with K here as Taylor takes down Saru as well. I Need a Girlfriend manages to take down K, but not before Journey can trade it out, and Taylor already coming in with a 4K with Nismo being that final bullet there.
Yeah, beautiful round from the offense. The decision Obviously, they aggressed early down B. They didn't really find a whole lot, and then that push towards mid did find some good success. So they just decide, let's push through mid. Let's go towards A,
Here.
and that's exactly what they did. They're able to get through Art. Obviously, I think
That's a good start.
had that player that was watching Art from Connector been a little bit more on top of their game,
Here.
it may have gone a little bit more in favor of the defense there, but they did end up missing that shot, despite the fact that the offense did not end up clearing out that player in Connector. So missed opportunity there from Bonobo Baba Booies, and this will give the Wife Pleasers the first round. Now they're going to be able to force a buy, and we're going to see an eco come out from the defense and see how they pull through.
Yeah, we might see this bonus round come in for White Pleasers, but I'm not really sure. I mean, Journey's gonna go ahead and try and spray through, but Taylor able to take down Nismo just like that. Windows XP managed to sneak on Snipe, but Sizen takes down K. Journey takes down Sizen. Journey also takes down I Need a Girlfriend. You don't need a girlfriend while you're dead. Windows XP is gonna go ahead and smoke off that bomb, and Journey's gonna take down another as Windows XP finishes them off, giving the White Pleasers yet another round.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a round they're expected to win. They've got some good guns to work with, and now the buy round is going to come through from the Bonobo Bubble Buoys. They're going to have some better guns to work with. Meanwhile, over on the side of the White Blazers, they're just going to take bonus, hold on to the guns that they've had from their previous forced buy round. And so we should finally see Bonobo Bubble Buoys able to get back in it. Obviously, that round, there's not a whole lot to talk about just because they were at such a big gun difference. And so the sprays could come through from the side of Wife Blazers, and it just allowed them to find that early aggression. I will be interested to see, now that there's guns in the hands of Bonobo Buoys, how they play this defense.
Yeah, Bonobo Boys. Now that's a more even playing field, with Nismo really being the only one lacking with that ghost. This is a pretty even matchup, but I will say, even if Wife Pleasers does lose this round, they do have pretty good econs for the next. And just like that, they're gonna go in for a bit of a mid-split. They did manage to get 2 info off of that dog, which is a pretty good util usage there, but it looks like they're not gonna commit to it because of the Astra Star there, and instead they're gonna push B main with Windows XP. Gonna go ahead and lead that charge with the Bulldog, playing a bit slow here, trying to maybe get a pick or two while they rotate, but nothing's gonna connect. They're gonna go ahead and do that pretty basic smoke there, but it gets the job done, because just like that, they have a free site. We are gonna see 2 come down from B Link and down from mid towards like that door area, and it's pretty slow because that smoke is really holding them off. They are going to flash out, though. Looks like they're going to go for a bit of a push with Saru is going to go ahead and lead that. At the wrong time, I Need a Girlfriend pulls out that util as Taylor manages to get a pop shot and manages to take down Saru and I Need a Girlfriend. Sizen manages to take him down, but not before Windows XP can take down 2 as well. It's up to Nismo to try and clutch this up. There's nothing they can do. Windows XP takes him down just like that. And just like that, it's another round for the Wife Pleasers.
Yeah, I mean, on that second round, the Bonobo Boys ended up spending a little bit more than I'd initially realized. Forced a few of their players to try and find some good picks, and they weren't able to find those on that second round. So then we came into that third round, and although it was in theory a buy from Bonobo Boys, we did see some of the players not able to afford a good buy going in. So now we're moving into this round, especially after that round loss, because the offense played so perfectly to find some early mid engagement, not find it. They didn't really find anything of substance, decide to rotate towards B. Look at this. Now they're going to be going towards A, and the entire defense of Bonobo Boys is expecting a B hit.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, it's a false read as they completely full push A, and Wife Pleasers takes another site almost, I mean, not even almost, completely immediately. They have pretty good post-plant positions here, with Taylor gonna go ahead and play very aggressively. It might not benefit them though, as Sara manages to get the flash out, but Taylor does actually go down. But there you go, we're seeing trade after trade come in with them down by 2. Seattle's gonna go ahead and try and maybe take one down, and we might see an ace here. Seattle's gonna try and shut them down. Out comes the bait. They have 5 HP and they're secret, and there it is, an ace from EQXJD, just like that, really securing the 4-round lead for Wife Pleasers.
Yeah, Bonobo Boys on that eco knew that they had to stack up, because obviously on your eco you're in a little bit of a tough spot, just not having as good of guns, so you do sort of have to play grouped up to sort of hope that you can find some of those kills. That's exactly what we saw come out from Bonobo Boys. Unfortunately, their read of another B hit coming through was a bad read, as White Blazers just at that perfect timing, decided to switch it up and just go for a full A hit, and it did work out for them. But you now see them leaning back towards B. It's going to be another buy from both sides, a complete buy from both sides this time. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, and just like you said, they're gonna go ahead and play a bit back because they can't do a full commit like they did last round. Um, but they are gonna try and do a poke up of pop shots as Saru takes down Taylor, which is a pretty big pick. Seeing how Taylor's talking to the leaderboard, but Journey comes in, steps up, taking down two, but Saru takes down two as well. They have a 3K, and both two members of their team are still alive. It's a 3-on-1 with K being left to clutch it up for wife pleasers. It looks like Bonobo Bubba Boy is finally gonna take a round here. But who knows, maybe K will be able to step up from the plate, but I'm not sure. Star going in for that pop flash, and it's a free pick, going in with that headshot, setting them immediately to the top of the leaderboard, and that's going to give the Bonobo Bubba Boys their first round.
Yeah, I did see him that as the wife pleasers do try and do a similar push as they've done a few rounds now where they push in through mid, try and find some substance there before, aggressing into one of those sites. They tried that again here, but this time you saw Saru able to completely shut it down. They found that 3K on all of those main pushers through mid, and then they could just run through and get ready to take out those players, the two that were going towards B. So it looks like in response, Wife Pleaser's now going to be hitting towards A, but you look at the way that the stack has come through from Bonobo Bobo Buoys, and they're expecting this.
Seattle manages to take down JD, but Taylor, once again, there to trade it out, making it a 4-on-4. And they're actually going to play back. They managed to get the trade, so they're not going to play as aggressive. They don't have a pick. But Nismo, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and push up and manages to connect it to Windows XP. Windows XP is going to go ahead and crash down, but Taylor manages to trade it. It's a 2-on-3 just like that. Journey's going to go ahead and keep that mid control as well. Saru is going to try and push through Art as Sizen tries to maintain any sort of control they have on the site left. It could go either way, but they managed to take down Taylor to 2-on-2. If they manage to take down Journey as well, it's looking like Bonobo Bubba Boys might take another round. Journey, though, in response, is going to go ahead and push up B main with K. K's kind of playing back, not playing too aggressive, as Journey is going to go ahead and try to clear any sort of angles. We might see a rotate out, seeing how B main is smoked off, and that does put them at a disadvantage, but if they go A, Saru's kind of anchoring there, and Sizen's anchoring here. Once again, smoking it. They have 25 seconds on the clock as I finish saying that, and it looks like they're gonna have to try and commit. Sizen's right there, but Journey manages to hit him in the foot, taking down Sizen. K's gonna go ahead and plant. It's up to Saru in a 1-on-2 to try and clutch this one up. Journey's watching B main, but they're not coming from there. Out comes the flash. Journey is really low on HP. K, on the other hand, is not. They're going to play directly into Journey. Journey coming in, securing that round, getting another 3K on the board.
Yeah, just, again, although Wife Pleasers did allow that previous round to go to the team of Bonobo Bubba Buoys, this time, any impressive individual play that could have been pulled out by Bonobo Bubba Buoys was not going to come into effect here, and instead, Wife Pleasers, although at a certain point they were down a player, able to even it up and get it back in their favor. And I think it just goes to show, again, it looked like Wife Pleasers was trying again that sort of mid B push, and it just didn't pan out. Now that they're going A, we'll see how they decide to push. Obviously, they did in the previous round, got shut down, so we'll see if they can pull it through here.
Yeah, and you can see, because they learned from the last round, they're playing a bit less aggro. But they are going to do the ult, which is huge, as Seattle's going to be caught off guard as a flashbang comes out as well. They're trying to maintain sight, but the sheer amount of util is not going to allow that to happen. Saru is expecting Journey to have that mid control, and they do. They're going to be on a 1-on-3, trying to hold that flank down. As I Need a Girlfriend in Seattle are going to have to try and push around through A main, but Taylor is waiting there to greet them. I Need a Girlfriend's going to go ahead and push out with that Prowler. And Seattle takes down Taylor, but Windows takes down I Need a Girlfriend, and JD takes down Seattle. It's a 3-on-4. Bonobo Bubba Boy is going to have to get at least one more, but we are going to see a huge flank from Nismo. I want to point that out. They're going to go ahead and swing and get one and get the other. Saru takes down K. That's huge. It's up to JD to try and clutch this. They managed to take down two. It's a 1-on-1. This could go either way. Nismo's going to go ahead and try and have to push up that wall. They hit a couple shots, but they're out of time. Trying to connect that. They managed to get it, but it's going to end up with Wife Pleasers taking that round.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a beautiful 8-site take. The controller util from the Harbor was used so efficiently to allow them to push up. You saw that ult come out as well, the Reckoning, in order to allow those players to push up and push back that offense. It was a very well thought out plan, and they got that spike down. Obviously, they did show a little bit of a lack of situational awareness when that flank was allowed to come through from Nismo. Nismo was actually able to get 3, or I believe it was 3, or it was like 2 or 3, but they did end up finding a really solid flank, but the time was just not in their favor. Had that flank come through a little bit earlier, could have been maybe a better situation for the defense.
Yeah, and just like that, I mean, Sizing takes down Taylor, Journey takes down Sizing, and Windows XP manages to shut down Nismo. It's a 4-on-3. It looks like they're going for a bit of a pinch. They're trying to maybe play for retake. JD is playing unnecessarily aggressive, but it's going to reward him as he gets 2. It's a 1-on-4, and just like that, Windows XP takes down Seattle. That was a just huge round for Wife Pleasers.
Yeah, very, very dominant round. And it seems in that round, unlike Wife Pleaser's previous B pushes where they typically get shut down pretty quickly because they're trying to go through mid, this time they all swing and try and push down long, and they're able to find those early picks, which allow them to aggress. Now, to be fair, Bonobo Bobo Buoys was taking an eco for the most part. Only 2 of their players spent a little bit of extra money. And of course, this time they're going to have to save some eco while the rest of the team buys. So we'll see now, again, if they're able to pull it back together. And if Wife Pleasers, and if Bonobo Buoys is gonna be able to bounce back from this, they're just not able to adapt to the offense, the aggressive offense that's being played here.
Yeah, Wife Pleasers is playing extremely smart. They always are able to read it, and just like that, Taylor's gonna take down Seattle like it's nothing, setting it up with a 5-on-4, and the Killjoy ult from K is also gonna push, allow them to push up. The Astro Star is going to be able to slow him down a bit, but that's not much considering what's going on here. Nismo does have their Killjoy ult, could counter ult that, forcing them on main, but they don't have anyone flanking. So it wouldn't do much if they pop it. I Need a Girlfriend's going to go ahead and do some jump shots as Taylor is about to push up. Gets destroyed though. Windows XP is able to trade it, but not before Saru pushes up, kind of aggressive. Journey coming in with a collateral on Sizen and Nismo as JD finishes it on Saru. Another round is going to Wife Pleasers.
Yeah, such a wasted ult as well from the defense. They pulled out that lockdown in that round. Now they've only got a Nightfall and a Bladestorm, and although those ults definitely can find some type of damage, they're not going to be ults that can really make a massive impact like a Killjoy lockdown can, and can completely turn the tides of a round. They waited a little bit too long to pop it, and also they just didn't have the guns to defend it very well, so it was just going to be a bad situation. Now they're having to take another eco, and this should easily go to Wife Pleasers, who's just been dominating these past few rounds.
Yeah, I mean, they've been dominating. Just like you said, Bonobo Bobo Boys is on a really huge econ round here, and it's looking like it's going to be a 1-9 immediately. However, they are playing a bit back. You're seeing that Wife Pleasers knows they do have those guns, and they don't want to give Bonobo Bobo Boy any sort of pick, any sort of gun. Now, the exception is going to go ahead and be Taylor, who they know is their top frag, and it's going to show right here as they take down Seattle and Sizen before they go down. I Need a Girlfriend is going to try and play with that recon, but just like that, just like I said, it looks like Wife Pleaser is going to rotate out. Journey is kind of playing unnecessarily aggressive. They are going to go ahead and lurk here at R, maybe get one with the operator, setting that number advantages even larger, but they don't really need to do it, and it's not going to be worth it. JD also clearing, having that mid control, absolutely huge. And, I mean, although they do have the numbers, Bonobo Bobo Boys is playing this pretty well. The Skydog sees one, but it looks like they didn't quite see the other. I Need a Girlfriend's gonna come up with that flank on JD. They walked a bit too loud, though. Sorry, takes down Windows XP, but not before JD can also take down I Need a Girlfriend. It's a 2-on-3. Once again, they have that one numbers advantage. K is playing kind of aggressive. JD coming down, taking down Nismo. It's up to Saru with very little HP left to clutch. They managed to take down JD, but K is there to clutch it up, and that's K's first kill, which you can see by how happy they are. And just like that, it's 1-9.
Yeah, I mean, you said it was going to be an easy 9-1, or at least I was thinking that in my head. I'm not sure if you said that, but
Yeah.
what ended up happening is it was a little bit more difficult for them. Obviously, they got those 2 picks into A. But instead of pushing through that, knowing how many players might be there, they do end up rotating out, start moving towards B, and they're able to eventually get that spike down. But it is a much harder fight to get that spike defended or more or a lot harder than they would have expected, considering they thought B site would be a little bit more undefended.
Now, Sizen, interestingly, is gonna play way more aggressive. They did a bit of a site switch there. Sizen takes down Taylor as well.
Ooh.
It's a third, almost a fourth, but I Need a Girlfriend is there to clutch it up, taking down JD. It's up to Journey with this operator here to try and clutch it up. That is absolutely huge for Bonobo Bubba Boys. Journey might save, but no, they're gonna go ahead and play very aggro. They know they have an off, and they managed to take down Seattle, which is also a really huge pick. They're also gonna take down Nismo. It's a 1-on-2 for Journey. No boats in the chamber. They're gonna have to pull out their headhunter, and they miss the shots as Saru wraps up that round. The tide of battle just switched back and forth, but ultimately, Bonobo Bubba Boys was able to clutch it up.
Yeah, that 1v4, although maybe possibly a win for Journey, it just seems like maybe once that operator ran out of shots, they lost any hope of having good aim on the head tap with the headhunter. I am interested to see if that same proactive play will work out again for Bonobo Boba Buoys, but as they do decide to stack B this time, it may not end up going in their favor, as it looks like Wife Pleasers is okay with once again aggressing towards A. Maybe a little bit more split up this time, but look at Journey with the tour de force down B long.
Yeah, and they did a bit of a pop shot, and they're coming out right now. There's a lot of bad stuff on B. There's a lot of ults. We might want to rotate. But Journey themselves, as the lurk, is going to try and hold down this flank. Sizen's right there, and they managed to connect it. Saru is going to be very wary about pushing up any farther. But Journey, on the other hand, with that ego boost, is going to be a bit more aggressive. Nismo's on the flank. Journey's going to go ahead and swing them too, getting another. It's a 5-on-3 for Wife Pleasers. Journey kind of getting a bit of a carry here. Dady also has the off, but misses their shot. Saru's in a very bad place. Journey about to judge, though, prepared for that situation. Getting a 3K. Seattle's left here on A site with I Need a Girlfriend to try and maybe get one with the off as I Need a Girlfriend plays art. They do manage to hit a couple of shots on K, but Windows XP comes in, getting that off shot on Seattle, and K wraps it up, taking down I Need a Girlfriend, setting it to 2-10 for the second half.
Yeah, I don't typically like being super blunt, but I'm not gonna lie. That was a pretty bad defense from this side of Bonobo Boba Buoys. They had a few good rounds where they had some good reads, were able to catch the offense a little bit off guard, but again, you can't stack on every site that is going to be hit. You can't know for sure where those players are going to go. And of course, Wife Pleasers, when they were in engagements on 1v1s, 2v1s, when they're just aggressing into site, having to clear space, they're able to so beautifully do it using their util, finding those entry picks, and it just seemed the entire time like the side of Bonobo Boba Buoys had no idea how to win those engagements or even how to approach retakes if the spike did eventually go down.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? Maybe this half switch is what Bonobo Bubba Boys needs to finally try and get around here. But Journey is gonna have a very aggressive play, trying to get a pop shot in Seattle, calming it out. Taylor once again taking down Seattle just like that. It's a 1-on-4. They are just kind of messing around on B side. It looks like that they're doing a bit of throwing, but Taylor managed to take down Nismo before they're taking down themselves. I Need a Girlfriend kind of playing aggressive at this pillar. Journey is here though with that headhunter, trying to get any sort of shots they can, but Saru takes down Journey. Windows XP is gonna go ahead and try and smoke off. Oh wait, but Saru takes down Windows XP just like that. K also tries to get a shot, and that throw at the start might be the end as JD does manage to take down Size. No, it's a 1-on-1. JD is gonna have to sky dip Saru, but they aren't able to, and just like that, Bonobo Bubba Boys manages to scrounge up another round there.
Yeah, unfortunately for Wife Pleasers, the last player remaining was Saru, who has been carrying this team of Bonobo Boba Buoys. Even on the rounds that they lose, Saru is typically able to find quite a few good kills, and we've seen multiple multi-kills, and that was one of those rounds where we find an example of Bonobo Boba Buoys having that carry and Saru pull through for them. I think it's down to those bottom three in the team of Bonobo Boba Buoys to really pull through. I Need a Girlfriend, Nismo, Seattle, especially Seattle being the duelist, needs to be able to find those kills on those entries and be able to clear space effectively. And I am interested to see if Bonobo Boys will be struggling in these rounds just simply because they don't have that entry duel.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't. They are going to be able to enter immediately on the site, though, and take that B site because there is such an econ difference. Journey does have that judge, though. There's going to be a huge flank here. Seattle's kind of prepared for it, though. Ready to take him down. Coming it out right now. They're going to swing at the wrong time as the entire enemy team is right there waiting for them. Sizing makes down, able to take down K and win his XP. Sara manages to take down JD, but Taylor manages to take down Size, and it's a 3-on-2. I Need a Girlfriend has that range distance. Journey manages to get a classic headshot and finish him off with the classic. Sara's gonna go ahead and do that 3-round burst, taking down Taylor. It's a 1-on-2. Just like that, Journey with that classic, trying to get some pop shots, but they might actually lose a 1v1 with Nismo's turret and against Nismo themselves here. The flashbang's coming out. It's not looking good, and it looks like Bonobo Bubba Boy is going to go ahead and take this bonus round with Journey not able to do much there. Trying to get the Vandal, but the bomb kills them.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard of the 3-9 curse. I think Bonobo Bubba Boy is going to need a 2-10 curse. Not nearly as common. It's not unwinnable, but at this point, again, we need to see some of those bottom players really pulling through. It's entirely possible, and it's easier, especially when you're on the offense, to have carries because you're all playing together. So it's entirely possible Saru and Saizen are able to do a really good amount of damage in these entries, be able to clear space really, really well. But there's always that opportunity, or that chance, rather, that that's not the way that it's going to go. Look at the eco, though. We do see Wife Pleasers able to afford a buy, and it looks like Bonobo Bubba Boys, who lost the majority of their players the previous round, gonna force anyways. They really want to secure this round because they know even letting Wife Pleasers get a single round puts them at a very unlikely chance of winning this series, or this map.
Yeah, just like you said, they're trying to stop Wife Pleaser's momentum here. Katie managed to get one, but the Nanoswarm takes him down, but Taylor takes down Nismo just like that. It's a 3-on-4, but we might see Bonobo Boys manage to take it. But not just Saru takes down Taylor, but Windows XP comes in, taking down Saru, and I Need a Girlfriend before I can even finish speaking. Journey takes down Seattle, and it's 4-11 just like that.
Yeah, it seems, again, once that full buy was achieved from both sides, Wife Pleasers, just their superior ability to aim absolutely played a part. I mean, the majority of the players from Bonobo Bubba Boys are not even above 10 kills. It's only Saru and Saizen trying to carry the other 3 players on their team. Meanwhile, you look at Wife Pleasers, they've got 4 out of the 5 of their players above 10 kills. They are really, really in a good spot. It's only K getting carried, and they aren't lacking enough for it to be a sandbag, which allows Wife Pleasers to really put up a good defense here, knowing that they're going to be able to find kills when they need to.
Journey tries to connect one there, but there isn't much they can do. They still have this judge, so they still have a huge position. That Fade Raycon is going to kind of screw him up as JD does a bit of team flashing, but it might be a benefit as they're able to get the heal on Journey, and it's going to go ahead and force a complete rotate from Bonobo Bubba Boys towards B site once again. Their Seekers are gonna actually end up kind of working against them here, coming out, hey, we're rotating. But it is gonna reveal K's location and also reveal that almost the entirety of Wife Pleasers is on the other site. Journey is still here with, I mean, they have complete mid B link control here. K is gonna go ahead and do a couple pop shots. Gonna go ahead and swing Hall. Seattle's there though, manages to take down Taylor with that Sheriff headshot. They have not been able to plant the spike yet, as JD is gonna go ahead and delay it even more with that Sky Dog coming out where a bunch of them are. K is still in this power position, but I Need a Girlfriend is able to plant from main. They're gonna go ahead and try and spray through that box, but nothing connects. Seattle takes down Windows XP as well, a really good pick, but JD manages to take down I Need a Girlfriend. So 4-on-3 with Bonobo Bubba Boys being in the favor until K takes Nismo. Sizen takes down Journey though, and Seattle coming in with a third Sheriff headshot. JD manages to take down Saru, but Sizen clutches it up with the help of Seattle and sets it to 5-11.
Yeah, right as I'm saying that this offense, those bottom 3 players need to pull through, we see Seattle get a 3K with a Sheriff. Now that they've got a gun in their hand, I'd be scared if I'm on the side of Wife Pleasers to see if that damage will continue. Obviously, we still need those bottom 2 players, or those other 2 players in I Need a Girlfriend and Nismo to really be finding something. Because again, you've got 2 carries on this team of Bonobo Bubba Boys. they don't have nearly enough kills to make up for the lack of kills from those bottom three. So there's a big sandbag happening. And again, we need to see a turnaround from those bottom three where they're finding more kills or using their util in a way that is more impacting for the whole team or a better impact for the whole team.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see either some crazy individual play or a general just increase in skill from Bonobo Boys if they want to try and take this round. But Taylor manages to take down Size, and Journey takes down Saru though. Manages to take down Seattle as well. Looks like Journey's gonna come and trying to get some more, but Nismo and I Need a Girlfriend are able to make it even just like that. JD coming with that very stealthy flank alongside Windows XP. Nismo is gonna kind of waste the ult there. They're gonna be able to destroy it instantaneously. Windows XP shutting down another piece of technology, ironically, as one themselves. I Need a Girlfriend and Nismo could do a bit of a crossfire here. They don't have to play that aggressive because Windows XP and JD are gonna have to be the ones to try and push up here. Windows XP gonna swing just like that and takes down Nismo immediately. It's a 2-on-1. I Need a Girlfriend has that Vandal, but no armor.
Wait, what?
Windows XP is setting up just like that. It's up to I Need a Girlfriend to try and clutch this up. They're gonna go ahead and spray through, and they know that the dome's there, and it looks like it's gonna be a free defuse for JD, setting it to 5-12 just like that. Or wife, please.
That was crazy. I Need a Girlfriend. That Sky guiding light came through to try and clear out behind screens, and I Need a Girlfriend literally did not get spotted by that guiding light. I'm not entirely sure how they dodged it, but they got walled off anyways by the smoke, so it didn't matter. But as we move into this last round, I think what Bonobo Bubba Buoys is really struggling to do is find those entry picks. If you can find those entry picks, you can really effectively get onto the site. And this time around, they did find them, but not before losing the same amount of players whose lives they took. So then they were in a position where their bottom two players had to clutch out their 2v2 against, again, the whole team from Bonobo Bubba Buoys is looking, or sorry, from Wife Pleasers is looking strong right now. So there's the bottom two trying to play against these very tough players, and yeah, it just didn't go their way.
Just like that. The top two, one of the top two from Wife Pleasers is immediately taken down though from Bonobo Bubba Boys. Their third frag also taken down. It's not looking good. If they manage to take down Journey, it's looking pretty devastating for Wife Pleasers here. Windows XP is going to take down Nismo just like that. Bonobo Bubba Boys does have the site, a pretty good post-plant scenario here. But if we see a pretty aggressive push from Journey with that judge here, anything could happen, but they are trying to play for their ult, which might work against them as they play a bit back. But Windows XP is able to take down I Need a Girlfriend, but right before that, Sizen is going to go ahead and take K, and Saru is going to take down Windows XP, not letting them get another round and setting it to 6-12.
Yeah, I will say a good show. Pearl's a typically pretty balanced map, but because we're talking about two teams that are a lot less even in their way that they're ranked, we're gonna see each team favor this offense more than the defense, just because on the defense each player needs to hold their own, versus on the offense you could have a carry come through and pull through for the whole team, which is what we've been seeing in these rounds that have been successful for Bonobo Bubba Buoys. And what I will say is I Need a Girlfriend, Seattle, Nismo have started to step up a little bit, but I need to see more of that because we're just not seeing enough for me to feel confident that they can make a pretty solid win streak to take it to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure. I mean, they're on it. I mean, it looks like Wife Pleasers is gonna go ahead and also be on kind of an econ too, which might make it 7-12. Taylor manages to take down Saru, but Sizen trades it once again with Sizen also doing a tiny bit of damage on K. Windows XP is there though with the Sheriff taking down Sizen. Windows XP gonna play a bit back with Journey here with that judge once again. They're gonna go ahead and try and smoke off of them. Seattle though with the off by taking down Journey. They managed to take down Seattle, and just like that, it's a one-on-one with I Need a Girlfriend clutching it up with that weapon advantage, setting it to 7-12 just like that.
Yeah, again, just like that, these bottom three players are starting to pull through. We saw I Need a Girlfriend able to pull through in that situation to close it up. They also found quite a few of those entry frags as well to get onto the site. And honestly, I need to see that, and I'm glad that we're seeing it. Where Seattle, of course, pulled out that operator, able to find a good pick as well. So I'm so glad we're seeing these players step up, and I'm interested to see if that momentum can continue as we're moving to another buy from both sides. But if Wife Pleasers does not win this round, they'll have to take an eco, and it could continue to allow Bonobo Bubba Buoys to move through these rounds.
Yeah, and I mean, just like you said, I mean, it looks like they're just immediately gonna take site just like that. Once again, Bumblebo Boys is gonna go ahead and take that B site immediately. Saru got actually quite a lot of information off of that dog as well as some concusses. Now they have to watch that lurk, and Seattle's gonna do just that with the op as Journey and K are gonna go ahead and push from that flank. Seattle misses the shot though. Saru as well missing the shot. Journey's gonna push up with that judge, and they're gonna go ahead and take him down. It's a 4-on-2 immediately. Taylor right there, almost able to get one. Size in the left to clutch it up in a 1 versus 3. The orb is there. They're gonna have to push up. And it looks like just like that, to wrap it up, the Wife Pleasers are gonna take the match.
Oh yeah, what a way to end it as well. Again, a good show of what happens when you put a team that is more powerful on one side and a team that lacks a little bit more of that potential on the other. And that's sort of what we saw, where we just saw Bonobo Boba Booey struggling to really find too much of that aggressive playstyle that we needed to see again against a team that's clearly well put together. We just needed more of the team from Bonobo Boba Booey's to be more put together.
Yeah, I mean, overall though, Wife Pleasers coming in with those 2 carries, I mean, I want to point out JD as well. Their flashes were on point. They were healing. They were flashing. They got their info. They were playing exactly how they needed to be. Bonobo Boys put up a hell of a fight on the second half, but in the end, it wasn't enough to stop that 10-2. They only needed 3 rounds to clutch it up. They did. I mean, I'll give it to them. Like I said, what Bonobo Boys was able to get 5 rounds in a row, setting it to 7-13, but
Yeah.
there wasn't much they could do. I mean, overall, a good fight from both sides. Seattle, Seattle. I mean, just like you said, the double initiator kind of worked out for them, but uh, it wasn't enough. That chamber pick from Journey absolutely just absolutely worked out for them, 100%. And it
Yeah,
looks
for
like we
sure.
are gonna do a second map as well with Bind coming in as that second map.
This time around. So we'll see how these are rebalanced to try and get those good players. Players in particular struggle. Um, Nothing to be ashamed of, though. I think all of these players really did continue to fight throughout the entire match, even if one team was definitely playing a little bit more on top of things. We definitely still saw both teams able to find a good amount of kills, a good amount of uh, of, of progress through the match.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that we'll see Journey on a chamber pick, especially on Bind, right? I mean, we've seen chamber picks time and time again on Bind. I know when me and you casted the tourney just recently, we saw a lot of chamber on Bind. I expect once again, I expect maybe JD once again on that Sky, maybe Saru as well. I expect a Sky somewhere, but like you just said, we might see some role changes to try and counter both sides, right? Because both teams now have a general idea how each player plays, and that might factor in as maybe they try to change some roles up. It's a new map. They might try a different team composition here. Not really sure what exactly is going to happen. And I've mentioned this to you before and before, like time and time again, right? The teleporters on this map are absolutely crucial because depending on how much you control you have in a split second the attackers can rotate, in a split second the defenders can rotate, and I won't be surprised if we also see a killjoy on this map to try and counter that, try and watch those flanks.
Yeah, you're entirely right. The TPs on binds are a very useful tool. I think a lot of teams do hesitate to use them, especially on the offense to rotate, because unless you know exactly where all of the defenders are, sometimes you don't necessarily know where those defenders are, and they could be waiting for that TP. I've seen many times players on bind decide to rotate through the TP. They get through to the other side, and somebody's waiting for them when they open that door. So um, and of course, those TPs are very loud as well. So if you're trying to do more stealthy rotate, it's not as good. But again, you can very quickly rotate and it does take away some of that defensive advantage that Bind sometimes has, just because it's difficult to push into those entrances into the site without, getting spammed with util, or, you're going through a choke point, a little bit of a funnel that util can sort of get you through, especially in hookah or tree or showers. You're gonna be finding a little bit more difficult to push through, and so being able to rotate very, very quickly can end up, moving you in a direction where you're able to retake some of that defense or that offensive advantage back towards you, rather than it being so defense sided. Especially with the changes that moved that TP closer to showers, it makes
Yeah.
it even easier to rotate. And it can be very, very quick as well. So in a 3v3, it can be perfect because very likely, especially if they know you're going towards B site, you can take that TP and very quickly get over towards A, and it can definitely be a factor that does play a big part in the offense. I am interested to see. It does look like we will be changing the teams up here, getting some different players on different teams. I am interested to see where these players end up. Again, hopefully it's a little bit of a more balanced situation, because again, it was a little bit of a stomp on Pearl, and I am interested to see what types of agents we see come out, because obviously the agents you play on Pearl are not always going to be working. Like you said, a killjoy can be a good way to try and prevent those rotates, but um I've also seen some interesting setups with a cipher, with a chamber, even especially with that trademark. It can be useful to help get that rotate come through, and it can also just be useful on that defense to have a lurker, especially in chamber, because you can rotate very quickly using the TP, so you can have that lurker on a site in case that TP comes through. There's a lot of different interesting ways, like you said, to use team comps to play effectively on bind.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. And just circling back on the teleporters quickly, there's a lot I've got to talk about. Um, on the teleporters, like you said, this map can be fairly defender sided, and hypothetically, the teleporter advantage is neutral because obviously both teams can use the teleporters, right? But because of the way the teleporters are angled, the way they're set up, it's definitely more towards that offensive attacking side because like you said the portals are moved. One of them connects literally a main towards they moved it closer to showers, so
Yeah.
it's definitely like you can fake a push to a main and immediately teleport out, and that has the possibility of completely taking B site like literally nothing happened immediately. Also, something I forgot to mention last game that I want to really highlight. I loved how Journey had that chamber all in combination with that judge because it was basically um no matter what situation you were in, if Journey was there, you were dead, and that came out perfectly as I forgot who was holding the angle, but someone was holding that B sort of corner, and I thought for sure, okay, Journey's gonna have to wait for their team to push up because
Yeah.
it's not looking good, right? And then I saw Journey switch from their ultimate, just immediately to that judge, and it was immediately over for that player holding that corner, right? They were just immediately destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And looks like just like that we're gonna hop into bind. So we're having kind of similar teams here. It looks like, but I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen this match. I'm very excited to see. And like I doubt we'll see a role switch from Journey because they performed so well, right? And they had that judge like I was just talking about. They had that ultimate, they had the headhunter. Everything was on point for Journey, but and just like that, like I said, they're gonna go ahead and lock that chamber.
Yeah, I mean, typically, especially with these changes, we haven't seen a good meta form yet. On bind, it's been a little bit of a struggle for a lot of teams to figure out, okay, which agents do we decide to play on this map. So there's not really one good defined meta, and we've seen a lot of different agents work on this map. So I'm interested to see how these teams do decide to play in order to support the type of playstyle they want to hold. And K, which mind you was one of the underperformers, one of the very few underperformers on the side of, I believe it is wife pleasers,
Mhm.
and so I am interested to see if that Phoenix will help them perform a little bit better. Phoenix is a very selfish agent, meaning you're sort of relying on the fact that they will be able to have a solid individual performance in order for them to be benefiting the team because flashes aren't super useful for your whole team. It's very selfish and obviously that sounds bad saying selfish, but it's not necessarily. And there are good ways to use a Phoenix, but it
Yeah.
is typically an agent that's just going to be a more higher performing
Select your
agent, or it's going to
agent.
need to be a higher performing agent in order for them to find good use. We actually do end up seeing a Reyna come out on both sides. A Reyna is another similarly selfish agent, even more so than Phoenix in a lot of ways, just because a lot of that util is mostly for the benefit of the player who's playing Reyna. And so I am interested to see again if this player in Saru, if this player in Nismo are going to be able to have some good action on that Reyna. Uh, we don't have double duelist on, or no, we do have double duelist on both sides. We've got a Phoenix and Reyna on both sides. And it will be interesting to see if those players are able to find those entry picks or able to lock down the sites like they should be able to.
Now we are gonna see, like you said, we're seeing that double. We're actually seeing a mirror double duelist, the Phoenix and Reyna, which is very unique. Um, the smokes and sentinels though are gonna be the difference. With we're gonna see once again Journey coming in with that chamber, but JD coming in with that sage, right? That sage wall, that res could be very pivotal. We're also seeing, which I'm not surprised by at all, is that we're seeing a breach or a brimstone on one side, which is a very effective smoke character on this map. We, but we're also seeing that Viper, which is also a fairly effective player. So this could go fairly either way, and we are gonna see Seattle switch from that duelist play towards the smoke, which is also very interesting. I'm not surprised by the Reyna at all. I really not. But like you said, the thing with the Reynas and the Phoenixes that we have to watch out for is that selfish play. Because naturally their kits are more geared toward helping themselves to get those picks. And it does require a lot of individual play. However, they could come in and could play a bit more for their team with the Reyna Lears and the Phoenix Flashes to help get their team on a site. And depending on how they play, we might see that come out right now. Nismo immediately is taken down with K actually coming in with the first blood of the entire match. Saru is going to go in as well, trying to do a couple pop shots. And just like that, we're going to see Windows XP coming with the smokes with Sizen taking down JD with a shock dart. And it looks like both Bubba Boy and White Pleasers are pretty even, but I Need a Girlfriend takes down Taylor and Journey takes down Saru. Just like that, it's a 3-on-2. Seattle has that sheriff. It's gonna do a couple shots toward I Need a Girlfriend. Trying to maybe get anything. Gets one. Gets the other. We might see a clutch. It's a 1-on-1. Journey at very low health, but so is Seattle. They heard him jump down. They know exactly where he is. They teleported just in time. And Journey manages to wrap it up, closing the round just like that.
Yeah, honestly, if I was, they did know how low Journey was, so I think maybe that sheriff should have been dropped for Ghost or Classic. It would have been able to fire faster, but obviously that's all in hindsight. In this situation, it is a difficult position to be in. But as we do see this offense lose the first round, they're gonna have to take an eco. They did struggle in that round to just simply get on site. The defense obviously had a few players on B side already to lock it down. Once they heard that sound coming in and engagement started, they were allowed to rotate. From there, trades ensued, and then it was Seattle, who wasn't the highest performer for Bonobo Buoys in the previous map, and absolutely going to be in a tough situation against a player like Journey, who was a very high frag.
Interestingly, with Taylor and their team in general being on an econ, they are able to take down Nismo. I Need a Girlfriend takes down Tejas. Sizen takes down Seattle. Windows XP coming in with that molly kill on Saru. We're seeing the util from both sides absolutely on point. It looks like JD and Taylor are going to take a site, but JD actually walls Taylor out. This could be a really, really bad situation for Taylor, but they play it off perfectly. As they're there waiting for Windows XP. Windows XP coming with the nastiest flick there, taking down Taylor. JD is here in showers all by themselves. Sizen has that Bulldog by though, and they get double swinged as well, and there's nothing JD can do. I mean, they had that bonus round, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna have better guns, like you said. They did just win that pistol round, so they're gonna be at better eco, and it was against an eco in that offense who is going to not have decent guns to work with. Now we're moving into a bye, and we will see if this time around this offense will be able to get onto the site, find those entry picks, because if you can find those entry picks and they're not being traded off, it can allow you to push into the site quickly, because what ends up happening if you get traded off, is it slows down your push a little bit because you don't have those entry players who are going to be finding those early picks, and now you need to slowly push into the site, and it allows the defense more time to rotate. So we need to see more aggressive play here where they're able to find those early picks. And if they aren't able to find that, we may see this offense continue to struggle.
Yeah, I mean, Windows XP is actually doing a pretty good hold, and Spike is down just like that. Saru, though, is there to go ahead and get that trade on Windows XP. Nismo's coming with that flash as well. Getting double swing, though. There's nothing they can do with K actually coming in once again, taking down Nismo. Journey is able to wallbang Saru just like that. It's a 3-on-3. Taylor's doing a couple pop shots towards heaven. I need a girlfriend coming in with that bit of a work, though, from Yuho, taking down 2, 3. Just like that. I mean, I would date Phoenix based off that play. Coming in, getting 3 just like that, and it's 2-0. 3-0 now. I mean, that was absolutely insane from I Need a Girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there were a few teams switched up, but just look at this team in this defense. You got I Need a Girlfriend, Journey, Sizen, Windows XP, Nismo. These were not players who were super underperforming in the previous map, so having them on this same team, I mean, it's going to be difficult for anybody to play through, but especially when you have players like I Need a Girlfriend able to push through that defense through U-Haul, and it's completely undefended. I mean, obviously they do end up there were players there, and I Need a Girlfriend is able to clear them out, but it is just a weird position to be in to allow a player to get through like that without, you'd think you'd be able to have 2 players there who can end up shooting them at the same time, but no, that's not what ends up happening, and it's looking like I said, those early picks did come through this time, and the spike did go down, but that time it was a lack of post plans. We need to see those entry picks, and we need to see a good post plan.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Yeah, they have to be more situationally aware. No one was really covering that U-Haul area, which let I Need a Girlfriend take it. And speaking of situational awareness, that Molly's gonna come in clutch as Windows XP also takes down K's ult. That was more for info from K, but it would have been nice if they were able to get a pick. With Windows XP is gonna go ahead and hold U-Haul once again. Interestingly, Showers is kind of an interesting point, but JD takes down Journey with the judge. The shock dart comes in with I Need a Girlfriend. They're trying to spray down that wall, get some defender sort of coverage. Seattle takes down I Need a Girlfriend once again. Windows XP takes down Saru. With Seattle takes down Windows XP. Taylor takes down Sizen. Taylor also taking down Nismo. I Need a Girlfriend lurking from the same exact place though, taking down Seattle. It's a 1-on-3. I Need a Girlfriend's gonna have to do some crazy stuff, but Taylor coming in with that 3K, clutching it up, taking down I Need a Girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you saw that push through. You all kind of able to come through. This time, though, again, we saw that good play come through from this offense, and I'm honestly a little bit I'm a little bit surprised that K is doing this well. Again, considering their performance in the previous map, but they're still able to pull through. Saru's struggling a little bit, and again, on this offense, especially on offense, you need those duelists to be fragging well because otherwise your entry's not having the best time. And although K is able to find something, they're still relying heavily on Taylor, and Seattle, who are not the entry duelists, and it's okay to be fragging out, and I'm not saying they shouldn't be fragging out, but the rest of the players should be supporting them a little bit better, especially on the entry.
And JD as a stage is immediately going to take down Journey. Sizen, once again with that utility, is able to take down Seattle. Nismo whiffs the shots on JD. Seattle manages to take down Nismo. I Need a Girlfriend is left to clutch it up and comes in with a headshot on K. Just like that, we're seeing a huge individual performance from I Need a Girlfriend this game. Like that, the defender side is playing a bit more aggro. They're going to have Windows XP go ahead and push from A short as they anchor a bit B, probably rotating the defender spawn just like that. Taylor's going to go ahead and clear heaven with that recon dart as they play U-Haul. It's a 3-on-3. We're seeing the Vipers pick come out as Taylor's about to get in a 1-on-1. They looked at the wrong time and Windows XP shuts down Taylor. It's a 2-on-3. Windows XP is going to go ahead and use that ult to force him out, but they don't even see that Seattle's hiding in that corner. They have a suspicion and they were able to connect it. It's up to Star to try and clutch this up, and the Viper ult goes down at the wrong time. It's 4-1 just like this.
Again, it was those two high performers for Taylor and Seattle to try and really clutch out that round. Asara was likely going to struggle to find anything, and they did. They tried to clutch it up towards the end, but just nothing came through. And I think it definitely has started to become a struggle for this offense to pull through. They're struggling here because they do sort of have these players underperforming in a similar sense to how Bonobo Bobo Buoys was doing it in the previous map, where we've just got some of those higher performers, and then people are sort of lacking behind. And especially when those higher performers aren't the duelists, you're really going to see a struggle, like I've been talking about. So I need to see this offense support. Obviously these duelists are struggling, so maybe trying to get in a position where those top two players are supported a little bit better.
I mean, just like that, Saru though is gonna go ahead and take down Windows XP. Nismo shouldn't have had the util at that time. And Seattle takes down Nismo. Saru takes down Journey, but I Need a Girlfriend and Sizen are able to take down all three in Hookah. Saru is gonna go ahead and rotate through the TP there to try and take some Hookah control and maybe get that spike back. But I Need a Girlfriend and Sizen, the two top players from the defender side, are gonna go ahead and be ready to play. Taylor and Saru though might be able to clutch it up with that recon dart coming in. It gets destroyed. I Need a Girlfriend takes down Saru. Taylor takes down I Need a Girlfriend, but Sizen does the Sova diff, getting a 3K and setting it to 5-1.
And just truly showing the power of these players, and yeah, I'm just, I don't know. I'm worried we're going to see the exact same thing we saw in Pro, where we've got one team that is clearly a little bit more put together. And it's not that everybody on this defense is pulling through in a major way. It's not like all of them are super high performing, but you've got players like I Need a Girlfriend, like Sizen, like Windows XP, able to find those good picks. And really, as long as they're able to continue to find those picks in the timing that they need it, they're going to continue this dominance. And you look over this offense, they're having to take another eco.
Yeah, another eco is not good for them, seeing how the defending side has an full buy here. We have Vandals, we have Phantoms, we have double judges holding short here. We're seeing a bit of an underperformance from Journey here, but that might change as they come in with that judge, and Windows XP is able to take down K just like that. It's a 5-on-3 immediately with the attacker side having that gun and numbers disadvantage, and it's just not looking good. Seattle did Molly off showers, trying to force them to play back, but it's not really working. They're still trying to get any sort of pick they can on A site so that they can get a gun. Journey's gonna kind of push up with that judge, but they're gonna play in the smoke again, given by Windows XP here. No matter where the attacker side goes, there's not much they can do. Taylor gonna go in kind of stealthily, says Seattle as well with those sheriffs. They're gonna molly it right, and Taylor's gonna swing Journey just like this. They're able to connect a headshot, getting that judge for free. The recon dart's gonna come out. Sizen's gonna do a couple pop shots, leaving Taylor at 9 HP. Seattle's gonna go ahead and take down Windows XP. It's a 2-on-3. Seattle was able to get Nismo. It's a 2-on-2. Just like that, Taylor's gonna pull out another sheriff. Not really sure to do. Sizen's gonna come in with that recon dart, forcing Taylor to push out with that flash from I Need a Girlfriend, taking down Seattle. It's 6-1, just like that.
Yeah, again, sort of what I've been saying. Again, this offense sort of struggling to find good use for those duelists, and it's again sort of they're banking more on these team players of Taylor and Seattle to carry through for the team, and I think it's okay to have carries, and I think what they're struggling to do is realize, okay, we've got these players are carrying. How do we enable them? How do we use our util in a way that benefits those two players to find some good util? Because obviously those players don't have flashes or blinds, so I think Saru K need to be using their flashes and blind. That way those top two players can play off of them, and that's exactly what we start to see here a little bit. But you do see Saru still using that blind to clear a little bit for themselves, rather than supporting that initiator. And obviously those aren't players that are supposed to be fragging well, but I would just like to see them supported a little bit better.
We're gonna see Sizen coming with that great ult again, taking down Seattle immediately. It's a 4-on-5, just like that. I Need a Girlfriend's gonna play very aggressive with that sort of ego boost from the ultimate. Kay is in here playing U-Haul. Journey takes down Taylor though. That's a pretty big pick. It's a 5-on-3. Saru takes down Journey though. It could go either way as JD takes down Windows XP. Saru is gonna try and take down Size and manages to connect it. I Need a Girlfriend takes down JD, but it's a 2-on-2 rather. Saru takes down Nismo, coming with that 3K. They swing when the reload's not done. It's up to K and I Need a Girlfriend in this 1-on-1. K coming with that very sneaky play, getting that headshot and solidifying it 6-2. Maybe the first step to a 6-6.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm not even necessarily looking at the possibility of tying it up. I'm mostly sort of looking at sort of mitigating that damage. Try and do some damage control, right? As many rounds as the offense can get are good. Now, this time around, I was just talking about how Taylor and Seattle need to be a little bit better supported by their team, but it's actually Saru who ends up pulling through with quite a few good and important kills in that round. So, you know, I guess if Saru and K can actually end up turning it around and pull through with these kills, I'll be a little bit more optimistic in their favor. I just need to see them, again, finding more of that.
Yeah, and overall, we're seeing JD play as a very, very aggressive stage, which has caused them to die, but I don't really know if they have an option with, like you said, is K is going to try an entry, but not much they can do, and we're going to see I Need a Girlfriend actually come in with a huge flank from that B short area towards A short. Saru takes down Nismo, but it looks like I Need a Girlfriend is still coming with that flank. Windows XP takes down Saru and Taylor. Sizing takes down K. JD takes down I Need a Girlfriend on that flank, though. It's a 2-on-2 immediately. Sizen and Windows XP are anchoring A site, but little do they know that Seattle and JD are actually rotating toward that B site. JD is going to go ahead and stick that plant. Maybe. No, Seattle actually is going to go ahead and plant as JD plays very, very aggressive. Very stealthy, but very aggressive as they're going to get swung by both people. The Viper all comes out. They have no idea that he's there! JD taking down Windows XP and Sizen just like that. Oh my lord.
What on earth? What a beautiful choice. Again, that player count being kept even, and because that flank did come through from I Need a Girlfriend and it was shut down, there was definitely some confidence on the side of the offense. Let's go for that rotate, and that's what they do. They go for the rotate towards B, and it works out in their favor very, very much so. They're able to find some really, really good kills, and of course, obviously, we saw that aggressive play come through. What a good proactive choice. Again, like you said, JD's playing a little bit more aggressive despite being on stage, and this opportunity, it ends up paying off for the offense. We'll see if that continues to be the story.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually gonna see what the size and go very aggressive push with Taylor gonna try and alert I Need a Girlfriend here. Takes down A. Nothing. Seattle girl. Rez is just that. It's a 4-on-4. We're gonna do a full teleport rotate, going for a maybe full push. JD goes ahead and so that Seattle shuts down here with that Odin, just like that. Seattle is also here. Holding that Windows XP takes down Seattle. It's a 3-on-5, but looks like Taylor is gonna come in with that huge flank around towards Hookah. Nismo takes down K, and Windows XP takes down JD. That lurk might be what they need as Taylor goes in with that shock dart. They know they're there though. Sizing sprays, they both whiff on each other, but it looks like Sizen and Windows XP come on top, taking down Taylor and Saru.
Yeah, it's very clear both of these teams know when to go for flanks. Both of these teams know how to try and catch the opponent off guard. It's just, it seems every opportunity that this defense goes for those risky plays, it ends up paying off for them, versus when the offense is trying to play a little bit more aggressive or trying to clear a lot of space very quickly, or even try and go for those flanks with quick rotates. It's not always working out for them. And I think it is due in part to the fact that, again, we're starting to see that lack of performance from the offense versus you look at the defense. You've got 3 players on their team performing pretty well, and we've got the majority of your players performing well. It means that those sites are being defended effectively, and it allows them to find those picks on that offense as they're trying to enter into the site.
Sizen managed to stop K before they were able to push any farther. Taylor takes down Journey. Sizen takes down Taylor. It's a 4-on-4 just like that. Seattle's here. Windows XP takes down Seattle, though the spike goes down. Nismo comes in taking down K and Saru. Sizen wraps it up, taking down JD. That was a very quick round, and it sets it up to 8-3.
Last round before the switch.
Yeah, I mean, we're one round away from switching sides, and like I said, I was looking at this offense as, at this point, just trying to mitigate some damage, and I think we're still moving in that direction where they're just going to need to try and mitigate that damage, and they're struggling to do that. They're not finding very many of these rounds. They're not able to again engage when they need to. They're not able to find those early picks, and they're not able to win their duels when they need it most. So we're starting to see this defense continue to pull through. And if we go into the second half 9-3, the first may be in effect, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, JD took down Windows XP, and I need a girlfriend to take down Seattle just like that. It's a 4-on-4. Sizen's gonna come in with that ult again, getting a kill almost, if not every time they have used that ult right there. K is gonna come in, trying to get that spike. No one's actually watching it. Taylor takes down Nismo just like that. Journey is now there with that Ares. K playing a bit back. Journey sprays him down. K. It's up to Taylor to try and win this 1-on-3. They have to push up for that spike. They come in with that nice headshot on Journey. It's a 1-on-1. So the diff takes down Size, and it's a 1-on-1. I need a girlfriend. Comes in with the ult. Taylor shuts it down. We could see a clutch from Taylor. They drop that gun. They're gonna go ahead and rotate towards a maybe fake it. They have 6 bullets in the chamber. This, by the way.
Wow.
What? The new Taylor Swift, because all the enemies are hearing is red, not the Taylor Swift album, but the red blood splattering on the walls from Taylor getting that clutch. Absolutely insane there.
Hold on. I need some time to recover from that Taylor Swift. Okay. As we switch sides, 8 rounds, nothing to scoff at as they do switch to this offense. 4 rounds, not looking great. Obviously, we did see that clutch come through, and it does go to show that that individual performance is impressive. My biggest concern now, though, they're on the defense, so you need more of that individual performance to pull through. I mean, team performance overall to pull through, because it means each player is able to hold down those sites, hold down those angles when they need to. And I'm worried that this defense is going to struggle to do that just with some of those players underperforming.
Yeah, Seattle is here, hiding behind these smokes with that sheriff. I need a girlfriend and is able to take down Saru just like that. Seattle's still gonna hide in between this very interesting smoke. Nismo's gonna play off it. Seattle managed to take down Nismo, but Windows XP is there to clutch it up. Taylor's gonna come in with that 3-round burst, pushing I need a girlfriend. I need a girlfriend is able to take down Taylor. Sizen takes down K. JD takes down I need a girlfriend. It's a 1-on-3 for JD. They're gonna go ahead and swing, but they don't even see Journey right there. Size is gonna swing. They flick around, but they only managed to connect 1 shot. They have 4 bullets in the chamber. They managed to try and get away. It looks like they're going for a bit of a knife here. JD running for their life. Not sure if they want to be an honorable person. Sizen, though, is not taking down JD with that ghost headshot.
Yeah, what a way to do it. So 9-4 being the score. Again, like I said, this defense is going to struggle. Not all of them able to hold their own like they should be able to, or like they really need to do. And I am very, very afraid for this defense that they're sort of just going to get stomped. Again, now that they have to sort of rely on that individual performance, or rather all of their players performing well individually, and so the fact that we may not be able to see that come through. Again, we need to see more of these players stacking up and having impressive team play.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they're gonna play very aggressive. Nismo has that Odin, but JD is actually able to shut him down with that Sheriff. It's kind of a half-eye from both teams. It's not a full save from the other. Zaru comes in with that flank on Journey. I need a girlfriend's gonna go ahead and push up with that Spectre. Taylor, though, I mean, from both sides, pinching them, taking them down. They have no idea, though, that Windows XP is here. Gonna go ahead and push up Hookah. Saru is there with that Odin, and they have... I mean, it looks like JD's gonna push the unlikely angle, but they missed all the headshots! They managed to recover it on JD, but just like that, the entirety of the defender side knows exactly where Windows XP is, with the Odin spray coming in to assure that Windows XP knows that fact. That's a really good molly. They're gonna go ahead and clear main and the common angles, but Taylor pushed in with that judge, taking down Windows XP just like that.
Yeah, right as they say that this defense needed to stack up. Again, I didn't really explain why. It was mostly so that way they can support that individual play. And guess what? Because they're on an eco, they decide to stack up, getting ready to read that push through mid and into hookah.
Need a
And
drop.
guess what? That's exactly what happens. And it's a perfect
Need a drop.
defense. They're able to counterplay very, very effectively. And so it doesn't matter that they may not have, a super impressive performance across the board, but they are still putting up a really solid defense in that sense. But they've actually started to perform a little bit better. All of their players now above, or 4 out of the 5 of their players now above 10 kills. So I'm looking more optimistic that this defense may be able to close up this gap, especially after winning their eco.
Sizen is going to go ahead with that Silver Drum and manage to connect it there. K is going to play very aggressive. Although they're a bit of an underperformer, they're doing better than they did last game. And this judge play might be what they need to solidify their name on the leaderboard. But Nismo's just going to slowly crouch spray with those Odins. Seattle's going to go ahead and counter that. But Sizen comes in with that Sheriff headshot, making it 4-3. Taylor is going to slowly push with this Phantom. They have a really good position here. Get two just like that. There might be a third on the table. There is. Sizen is left with this Odin to try and 1-on-3 pull a Taylor, if you will, like they did earlier this game. Taylor has no idea where they are. No one really does. Sizen is going to have a perfect angle on Saru. It's a 1-on-2 just like that. Taylor has that Phantom and connects it. And it's a 4K for Taylor.
Another 4K. And although I was worried that having such impressive individual performance may weigh on this defense, rather than, the whole team able to pull through, like I said, some of these players on this defense are starting to pull through a little bit better. And on top of that, you've got a player like Taylor who can just get 2 4Ks and make it look easy. And I'm a little bit worried that this offense won't be able to shake it off, unlike Taylor Swift. And I think we're going to start to see this defense maybe make a comeback. They just need 3 more, and they did just win the round where the offense was forcing a little bit of eco.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to try and force a bit of eco here to try and stop the momentum that the defenders have had the past couple rounds. JD is here waiting. They aren't able to connect to literally anything, though, as I Need a Girlfriend is able to take down JD, but Seattle comes in instead, takes up the slack, calling the cleaner. They're able to get 4, and Taru is able to get that one as well. Seattle coming in, man, clutching it up there. That was huge.
Yeah, like the Space Needle, sky high in fragging. I can't. How is the defense getting these types of multi-kills? The offense should, honestly, I was being so harsh on this defense and how they were underperforming a little bit. I didn't even I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that this offense is starting to struggle themselves. As although they've got these impressive individual performance, Sizen, I Need a Girlfriend, Windows XP, they are struggling to find these entries as the defense is able to shut them down pretty much every time.
I love your wordplay there. Windows XP is going to come in with that ult immediately, taking down Seattle. Unfortunately, it looks like they're going to top of there. JD is going to go ahead and hold this. And it looks like Sizen knows that there's a flank incoming. They have that frenzy, and they're going to be able to get a stinger rather, and they might be able to get a free vandal. And there it is. They're going to pick up that vandal immediately, getting them a free gun on the table. It's a 3-on-5. So I was going to try and push up with that flash, but Windows XP is able to stop it. And Nismo, I want to point out, is hiding there with that Odin. Looks like Sizen's also going to come in with that great ult usage there. Try to get any. Nismo is able to spray down Taylor and heal off it as well. The mod is going to come out to try and force Nismo out, but I Need a Girlfriend takes down Saru. K is left to try and clutch this up. They take down Johnny just like that. They take down Nismo as well, which is a really good pick. But I Need a Girlfriend is there to shut K down, setting it to 10-7.
Yeah, we're starting to see these rounds trade a little bit, potentially. Again, this defense, their momentum shut down. It's not over for them, but you look at their eco, it's not in the best spot at this point. They're going to have to force a little bit better to get some more of that eco moving in their favor. Meanwhile, on the side of the offense, their eco's looking pretty good, especially off of that win. We're going to see, again, still struggling a little bit to get that buy going, so it's going to be a little bit of a more equal buy, but still this offense now should be able to get some more momentum moving in their favor to try and continue this lead. They only need 3 more, which, easier said than done, but still not... What?
No, we both registered that at the same time. Looks like there's a bit of lag of team communication as K stands in disbelief that JD walled that off as they ulted. Looks like the attackers are gonna try and play off of that, with JD stuck with a Marshall and no Phoenix there to try and clutch it up. Windows XP is gonna go ahead and push a bit aggressively here as they take down JD just like that. They're gonna go ahead and jump peek, taking down. Oh, never mind. Saru took down Size, and they're gonna wait, and they managed to hit Seattle instead of the person they were trying to. What is going on this round? Nismo's gonna try and hold this box area with I Need a Girlfriend, with this Odin and this Bando. I Need a Girlfriend's gonna go ahead and flash at the perfect time. Taylor is here, takes down Nismo. It's a 1-on-2 for I Need a Girlfriend. I Need a Girlfriend takes down Taylor. It's a 1-on-1. Saru is there.
Ooh.
I Need a Girlfriend, though, is able to take him down with that flash, making it 11-7 after a rough start from the defenders.
Yeah, this is why I Need a Girlfriend's at 23 and Slur's only at 12. Again, showing that sort of skill difference we're starting to see come out a little bit. Again, like you said, the defense struggling a little bit of a wasted ult there that ended up coming out. But there are still 4 ults on the side of the defense coming into this round. They've got a Hunter's Fury. They've got a Viper's Pit. They've got an Empress. They've got a Resurrection. These are some pivotal ults. The only issue, other than all of that going right, is that they're on low eco. They're still forcing a little bit of econ, which means tells me they want to use these ults. I'm just worried if they're going to be able to, because having worse guns, they may just get shut down early.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good ult for Hookah there from Seattle, but it does force them away, but I don't know if it'll force them for a complete rotate. We might see, depending on if they use the teleporters there. They did get double ulted on this site, but it looks like they're going to try to commit anyway, or at least bait out some util. Windows XP is going to be very, very aggressive. Their smokes are at risk here. If they don't manage to take down Saru, Stars is going to push up. Taylor takes down I Need a Girlfriend and Nismo and Sizen just like that. It's a 4-on-2 with a huge play from Taylor. Windows is waiting here at that smoke. The flash comes out from K, and Taylor and K managed to finish off the round, taking down Journey and Windows XP, making it 11-8. Kind of a close game coming up here.
Yeah, Taylor, I guess, coming into this half just decided, you know what, I'm not going to let my team bring me down, and it's a battle between Taylor and the entirety of this offense. Taylor just trying to carry their team through to this victory, clasping to as many rounds as they can. This offense struggling a little bit here to try and deny Taylor, especially the way Taylor's able to play through these smokes in a way that the offense isn't expecting, and they are able to get so many multi-kills. Again, Taylor gonna have to continue to make even more of an impact, especially against a powerful team like this offense has shown themselves to be.
Yeah, I mean, but from that very offensive, we're seeing a very divided econ. JD is going to capitalize off that, taking down Sizen, who kind of baited themselves since they had nothing but a shorty. Nismo takes down Seattle, though, making it even, waiting in that TP. Taylor is going to come in with that huge main flank. Nismo is going to push out at the perfect time. Taylor is going to play off that slow orb absolutely exquisitely, as Saru is going to try and push up to Hookah, but Windows XP is waiting there behind the crate to take down Saru. Taylor is going to try and rotate toward A where they planted, but Journey is waiting there. With that ult, we know them so well for. K and JD are able to stop I Need a Girlfriend from pushing up any farther with that ult, but that's not much considering how much info they got off of it. Windows XP takes down JD. K takes down Windows XP on top of that. It's a 1-on-2. K somehow managed to dodge that ult bullet, but I Need a Girlfriend is there with the headshot, putting their KDA at 24-12-4.
Yeah, Tour de Force came out. Very, very powerful Journey. Because like I talked about, Taylor's the one really carrying this defense right now. And Journey, using that Tour de Force, shut down Taylor and prevented that comeback from becoming a situation that could have been a little bit tough to fight through. So now this defense has to win 4 in a row. I said at one point when they were up, I believe 10 rounds, that the offense only needed 3. And it seems that they've made quick work of that. They're 1 round away now from a win. This defense gonna have to pull out all the stops, everything they've got, and they've left Taylor alone on B.
Yeah, Taylor is gonna have to do some crazy stuff here. The shots are coming in on Taylor. Not much they can do here. They have complete site control, but they have yet to plant that very spike. I Need a Girlfriend is gonna do just that, though. As Taylor's gonna go ahead and play back a bit, relax, chillax even. and try to play for retake. Journey, though, is able to take Kane. Windows XP takes down Seattle. It's not looking good. It looks like it's going to be a wrap. Nismo is going to go ahead and spray through toward JD. Taylor takes down Sizen, though, making a bit more even. Zaru takes down Nismo. JD takes down Journey. Taylor takes down Windows XP. It's up to I Need a Girlfriend, not anymore, as Zaru ends up just demolishing them. That went from one side to the other. Oh, how the turntables.
How I'm so perplexed as to how the offense loses that. They're in a 5v3. They can play the most perfect post plant that they have to offer, and they all play on site. They all get pushed into. They all get pinched, and yeah, they get taken out there. They should have been more willing to play from hookah or from tree. I'm concerned here that this offense may be letting these rounds slip away. Still though, they've got 3 more total chances of rounds to try and play through to prevent an OT scenario. So again, once again, we've left Taylor alone on B. We'll see what this defense can pull through.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time though, we have the double Odin, and it's not going to be beneficial. Seattle takes down Size, and Nismo is able to take down Seattle. Saru, though, takes down Nismo with that other Odin. I mean, all 3 of their guns are gone just like that as Taylor comes in with that ult. It's literally just Journey picking up that Odin. We might... No, they're not going to save. They're going to try and push A. If they lose this round, there's a potential 11-12 on the table, which could send it into OT. JD is just not ready, running around with their knife out, and JD is ready to connect that off shot, setting it to 12-10.
Yeah, this offense may be able to force a buy here, but like we talked about, their eco's not looking great, and they may not want to force a buy, especially considering if they force a buy here and then they lose, then they may just have to give up the evening out of this map and taking it to overtime. So I'm a little bit concerned if the offense does decide to force here, which it looks like they're not going to do entirely. They're making it a little bit of a half buy, so they will be able to buy next round for the most part off of a loss. And we'll see if the defense can pull through like they should be able to. Once again, placing 4 on A, 1 on B.
Sizen was able to get that dart and able to get Seattle with the ult, but Seattle played very aggressive, taking down Windows XP and Nismo. They knew the ult was going to go immediately after them, and instead of trying avoiding it, they knew they had the opportunity to take down another person on top of that, and they did just that, which in my case, in my opinion, is a really good play. But Sizen is able to equalize it. JD takes down Journey though, setting it hugely in the defender side's advantage. JD coming in with that double up. Sizen's there to stop him, though. We could see a forte or an ace rather from Sizen to clutch it up, but nothing's gonna happen. K is gonna come in, taking down Sizen, making it 12-11 and setting up a potential OT.
Yeah, weirdly, this sort of, you know, very strange strategy. They acknowledge how big of a carry Taylor has become, so they leave him alone to defend B site while the entirety of the other side of the defense goes and holds A, which allows them to be stacked up in the case of an A push. And it's come through a few times. It actually looks like they're switching it up this time. They're actually going to place not just Taylor this time, but also JD over on this B site. So we'll see, now that this offense looks like they're leaning towards B, if this 2-player setup on B will come through with more damage.
Yeah, we might not see them immediately back up. They might try to get a pick here or there to try and just connect one at least, right? But that might come back to bite them as Journey is going to come in with that Odin, spraying them down. We are seeing JD with that off again, but they are not in the ideal position. Here holding elbow, it's not the best place to be in. Sizing coming with that one time on Seattle, just like that. Journey and Sizen takes down JD. Also gonna push up even more. Saru though manages to clutch it up, taking down Sizen. Windows XP takes down Taylor. It's K takes down I Need a Girlfriend. It's a 3-on-2. Nismo takes down K, and K comes in with the molly kill on Nismo though. K also taking down Windows XP. The bottom frag coming in here with a huge play, coming with that 3K, and Saru takes down Journey to make it go into that OT.
Overtime.
Yeah, what a way to do it as well, because K probably, I don't want to be too harsh, but likely what I was viewing is one of the worst worse off players rather on this offense. Again, they were just underperforming quite a bit. Their kills were not consistent with the rest of their team, but this time they get a 3K. So it seems when they needed it most, they're able to pull through. And even though Taylor ended up dying and wasn't able to help clutch up that round, they were still able. The rest of the team, especially K, was able to pull through and take it to OT. Now they're switching sides back on the offense. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see if this momentum will continue here into overtime and if they'll be able to take some more of these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, this could definitely go either way with how much that offensive side was kind of, I would say, probably throwing, getting those two Odins all the time and just leaving their team to try and just scrounge up any money they had left in their personal savings was not the way to do
Oh.
it. Saru managed to take down I Need a Girlfriend immediately. Nismo's gonna try and push up to try and get any sort of trade, but JD is there with and just they got like triple swing there. I think JD taking down Nismo immediately. I Need a Girlfriend is even shocked by that factor. Just absolutely lost on what just happened. I kind of am too. Sizen while blind takes down Saru with a flick. Journey also coming with that op kill on Seattle. K coming with that wallbang headshot as well on Sizen. JD is here holding this teleporter, waiting for Windows XP to maybe push up, but I don't. It looks like they're gonna take the base.
No.
What is BD? Why? What is the Valorant timing today, folks? And Windows XP is gonna take down JD just like that. K is here playing the boxes as Taylor plays with the main in that smoke that Windows XP just left for them. The trademark's gonna come in and tell them exactly where K is. Journey's gonna take down K, but Taylor takes down Windows XP. It's anyone's game here. And Journey comes in with that 3K. Wasted the ult, but it's okay. I mean, it resets next round anyway. And that's gonna make it 13-12.
Yeah, it should be pointed out, both of these teams had a much better defense than offense. Both teams got 8 rounds on their defense, 4 rounds on their offense. So, if there's a side for these teams to pull through on, it's going to be on their offense. Whichever team can win their offensive round first will likely be able to take the map. Now, because of the fact that it's very unlucky that this team with Journey and this sort of higher performing team the whole time ends up starting on their defense, because that's going to be the easier side for them, and then it applies this added pressure as we move into the second round of each overtime towards this defense where now they know their backs are against the wall because they're just one round away from a loss. They have to push through here, and it makes it a difficult position.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just want to point out once again, Taylor, 29 and 16. Journey's gonna push up, taking down Seattle and managing to spray through. Killing, never mind not even dealing damage, killing JD. K is sitting here in the smoke, is gonna go ahead and flash out and try and take down Journey. They whiff their first couple shots, but they're able to connect it. Saru comes in with that wallbang headshots on Windows XP. They dismissed the perfect time to get out of that situation, but I Need a Girlfriend is able to take down Taylor as K takes down I Need a Girlfriend. Saru using the Leers on U-Haul to try and get any sort of support they can. Sizen though takes down K and Saru, but K clutches it up, or doesn't rather, with that molly, and it looks like Nismo is gonna take that round, making it 14-12.
Yeah, it seems maybe that throw that came forward towards that end of that first half, or sorry, that second half rather, to take it to OT. They cleaned that act up. I don't want to take away from the 29 and 17 performance from Taylor, especially considering the rest of the team didn't really match up to that. But then you take a look at the other team, and you've got Sizen with 29, Windows with 25. I Need a Girlfriend with 25 as well, and you could tell why this team was pulling through. You've got 3 other players above 200, one of their players at 326 combat score. It's just not going to be a good position to play from.
I mean, interestingly, Taylor and Sizen, very, very close. Both of them were 29 and 17, right? But Taylor had those 7 assists, and Sizen had 11 assists, with literally only one difference in average combat score, with Taylor being the higher up, being that little tiny Silva diff, coming with 327, with Sizen coming in with 326. Like you said, Taylor came in with that huge carry on the losing side there. But overall, on the other side, who won 14-12, although they just had like a general better team comp with, like you said, Sizen 2917, Windows XP 2520, and I Need a Girlfriend 2518, just like that. I just overall good plays from everyone. I must say, even K had their 3Ks, K had their moments, Nismo had their spray moments. Everyone had their round where they had their individual performance, but
Yep.
there was some players who had that individual performance more so than others, and there was a few rounds here and there where there was just better general team communication, right? On the losing side, that classic that's gonna live rent free in my head, where JD wadded off immediately as K ulted. I mean, that was a very obvious sign that the team comp and the team communication was lacking from the losing side.
Yeah, again, it was just it was a clear indication of that lack of skill, like you're saying. I mean, obviously, I don't want to knock on K too hard, but in both maps, they were definitely struggling for either of these teams. It ended up working out on that first map, but then on that second map, where they were on a team that didn't have as strong performance for those other four players, K was able to pull it through a little bit in OT and towards the end of that second half of Find, but definitely started to weigh on the rest of the team. I mean, it was the whole team really struggling other than Taylor. Considering Taylor is not one of the higher ranks that we have in this in this matchup or in this group, this pool of players. I gotta say I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the ability for Taylor to perform. I mean, they're only about plat two, which obviously the act just started. Maybe they're a little bit lower than they should be, but whatever it is, they really performed leaps and bounds beyond really what I was super anticipating. And it will be interesting to see as it looks like we're going to be getting some new players shifting in and into these teams if we can find them. But if we can, it's looking like we're going to see some new interesting teams come through or interesting players come through. So we may see some of these team comps switched up, and it will of course be very interesting. Although no, it does look like it does look like we're ending. I guess I get a little too ahead of
Too excited.
myself. Yeah, I mean it's been a fun time. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean it was a really fun time, and before we sign off for tonight, I just want to say I'm pretty that's it for tonight's Aura Esports 10 mans. Now, if you, yes you, dear viewer, want to join us and play in the 10 mans yourself, the Discord server should be somewhere in the bio of Aura Esports. I'm sure just reach out to one of us, you can get it somehow, I'm sure. You'll be performing with these players. You'll be on the stage that is the Valorant 10 mans, and you will be casted by people like me, like the wonderful Sleepy Boy here to join me today, and other casters such as Dolphy Vix. And that's gonna be it for today. So we'll see
yeah,
you around, and I mean, have a good night.
yeah. It's been fun. Have a good one.